if you're watching this video, you're probably a coach, you're probably a consultant, maybe you have an agency, whatever it is that you have to offer. Maybe you are still in the beginning of your route. Perhaps maybe you're doing around 10K per month, maybe more, maybe less. But you're here because you don't have a huge following and you don't want to spend money on ads. So you're wondering, what is the best possible process that would actually get you high ticket, valuable, long-term clients that are dream clients that would come your way without having the typical old-fashioned ways, right? So if you're already in the circle and route of like cold DMs, Facebook groups, chasing after leads, the more I go through within the space and the more things have been changing and mixing lately, especially in the last year or so, people are no longer interested in chasing people. And the buyers, like from a buyer's perspective, when was the last time that you've bought something that is, one, very expensive, and two, very valuable to your life, to your business, whatever area of your life, and somebody came to you and chased after you for you to buy it? It's because it's no longer valid anymore, at least for most cases. So what ends up happening, and what's been happening lately, is that most people prefer to go through a very streamlined, self-leading sales process. What do I mean by this? In a very third-grade language, it means that most people prefer to actually go and make research on their own to make up their mind and see if the person that they're buying from, one, can solve their problem the way they're looking to solve it, and two, they have specific pain that they really, really need to solve it right now. It's like something that it's just nice to have, but they're looking for is something that's just gonna completely take and kill the pain that they have in their lives. And three, someone that they would trust, meaning that even if you do research on anyone on this freaking space in any shape or form, the biggest thing that people are lacking and not finding is connecting and trusting the person, right? So if you really think about it, people are moving far, far away from accepting and throwing their money, and they're being more and more and more cautious, and they're being more smart with making decisions around buying, especially buying expensive things, okay? So if you don't have a big following, if you don't have a big following right now within your business, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're selling any type of mid-ticket, high-ticket, even low-ticket really, and you wish to not spend money on ads, and you wish to create more of an organic, streamlined process, okay? So if you don't know anything about me, I've helped multiple clients get to that 50K, 100K recurring every single month within their business with my process, which what I call the cozy model. And if you don't know anything about the cozy model, just go and after you watch, of course, this video, there's a video below that I always link where you can literally understand the entire process. That process does include ads. However, it's not what you expect. But if you're not looking for any ads, then this is exactly what I would personally do and what I would personally suggest for you if you are my client, okay? Hopefully you can get something out of this. And I'm going to go step by step on why I made a certain funnel. And this funnel has been proven to really work for many other big names in the space, and also smaller names and also smaller businesses that are still trying to reach that 10 to 20K in recurring revenue. Now, if you've noticed that I've since starting of the video, and if you've checked any of my other videos, I always say recurring revenue, okay? I'm not a big believer in a huge money upfront. I personally don't prefer to go that route. Obviously, some clients would still prefer to pay the upfront fee and just a big tranche of money upfront so they can get access to your solution, whatever that is, as a coach or whatever it is that you're selling. But personally, I go with the approach of recurring revenue, meaning that I sell my offers as access offers where people or clients can get the chance to buy through me or from me, in a way based on the type of access they would get. So the solution is the same, but different levels of access requires different levels of pricing, which why I've been maintaining 40K in recurring revenue for the last 3-4 months without even me having to post that much. Instead, I focus more on the depth of the content. And that's exactly why I'm really presenting this specific funnel and this specific process if you wish to maybe go through the same process or similar issue. All right. So before we jump into anything, if you're not creating content, so yes, you're gonna basically, if you don't have the resources and the money to spend on ads, and you don't wish to spend on ads, and you already don't have a big following or a big audience, the question that remains is, okay, Saif, so I don't have money to spend on ads, or I don't wish to spend on ads, and I don't have a big audience. What is it here? There's always a catch, right? There's always something that I'm going to be investing, because life is inputs and outputs. You're going to have to invest some sort of your resources, if it's money, if it's time, whatever it is the case, for you to get some sort of results. Excuse me. So in this case, your resources is 1, value exchange, and 2 is content. If you master the way of getting people to buy into your ideas, and if you master the way of attracting attention fully organically, then you would be on your way of converting and building a recurring, sustainable business without you having to 1, spend on ads, and 2, really have a huge following. Okay, so how do you do this? First, you do this by making sure that you are solving a huge problem to a very specific demographic. So if you're basically working with everyone, and if you're solving problems to everyone, you're typically saying to the world that I'm really not picking anything, I'm not doing anything. And that's really what the buyer looks at, okay? So think of it as you have a problem with your dog. Your dog is not behaving properly, doing like barking everywhere, making a mess at the house. He's not well trained. So the first thing for you as a buyer, that when you think about it from a business perspective, is that you wish to train and find an expert trainer to really train your dog and solve and really take that pain away from you. And you just take it away, and like you go to someone that would take that pain, and you never really have to go through that pain again. So what you do is, the first thing is you're gonna start Googling. You're gonna start looking at like people that are specializing in training dogs. Maybe even better, specializing in training your specific like dog type, the breed of the dog that you have. Do you see this? Like, think about it. The more you specialize in something, the more that, 1, you're gonna completely take away all of the competition, because nobody does what you do or specializes in the thing that you do. And 2, you're just gonna attract more people that are more, let's say, woke and clarified around the problems that they have and who they need the help from. And that's what your brand needs to go around. Okay, so that's like basically step number 1. You have to make sure you specify the person, the demographic, and the type of dream client that you are looking to attract. If you're trying to attract everyone, you will not attract anyone, period. Okay, number 2 is you have to find a very easy process, or let's say a tool that would help you use this tool as a leverage tool. Tool, in my opinion, is YouTube, which is basically the same platform that you watch this video on. So you've been watching this video for almost 8 minutes, 9 minutes now, and you've already had some sort of connection with me listening to what I have to say. If you are in any shape or form happy, or you find these things valuable, without you realizing, you will find yourself watching other videos of mine. And if you continue watching other videos of mine, to a degree, you would get sold on 1, on me, and 2, you would get sold on the ideas that I'm trying to give to you that would help you solve your problems. Same thing that works with you if you are posting videos. So I do truly believe that YouTube is the best thing if you wish to go the route of organic, and if you wish to go the route of attracting and building a sustainable brand that you know for a certainty can bring you a sustainable amount of clients and revenue. Okay, so here's how this whole funnel would really work. First things first is you're going to start differentiating the type of content that you would create on YouTube, because not every piece of content or not every video that you post on your YouTube channel is created equal. Some videos are created to bring more attention, and some videos are created to nurture that attention, and some videos are created to convert that attention. So you have three type of different ways and three type of videos that you would be creating in your channel. So if you are completely and solely relying on YouTube in this case to really handle and attract and build your business and brand, then you need to learn these three different types of videos. The first video, in which what I do believe is the most important video, is what I call trending VSLs YouTubes. Trending VSLs YouTubes are basically when you go to the biggest competitors within your niche and then you go to the videos that are the most popular, aka the most searched, the most requested, the videos that most people in the same niche that you're in are literally looking and watching your competitors' videos. And then you don't copy, you really take an inspiration of ideas within that, and then you go and you do the exact same thing with any other high-level competitor that already is basically presenting, or let's say selling a similar offer in which you're selling, okay? Which I definitely recommend. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Instead, try to go for something that already has been working and is connected to your zone of genius, so you can basically find success quicker, and then you can try to put your own touch and put your own brand and put your own things onto it. Because at the beginning, trust me, nobody's is like solely relying on being extremely creative and bringing something that has never been existed. Obviously not. You're just gonna find something that has already worked, and then you're gonna collect ideas to build something that is unique to you. Okay, so you go and you find those trending topics, the trending topics that your dream clients are searching for, or watching, or looking, or researching, or whatever the case, and then you create trending VSLs, trending video sales letters on your channel, and you try to use big names, you try to use thumbnails with the images of other people, whatever the case might be, just for you to attract the attention. I would even go as clickbaiting people, okay, because that works a lot. The point of what you do here with these VSLs is that you attract people to click on your videos. Now, here's the thing. That will work to get people to click on your stuff, but they're not going to get them to be sold on you, on your ideas, your solutions, and move to the next steps. So ensure that even if you clickbait, or if you choose or pick those trendy topics, ensure that you provide insane amount of value inside of that video. So basically what you're doing is that you're attracting them to give them what they want, but once they're coming into the video, you're giving them sprinkles of what they want, but at the same time, you're giving them what they need. And sooner or later, they're gonna start being sold on your ideas. They're gonna start being sold on your solution, and it's gonna start making sense to their perspective, of course, if they do fit the criteria of your dream clients. The second type is basically throwing rocks VSLs. Throwing rocks VSLs is basically when you come in and you do the complete opposite of all your competitors, which would literally put you up front of so many eyeballs. But the goal here is not to try to go viral. We're not trying to go viral. Instead, the goal is to try to attract the type of people and type of dream clients that we're looking to engage with. So even though I don't have that many views on my YouTube videos, however, the people that end up watching them, they end up in my DMs and they end up buying from me, and they end up becoming my clients, my high-ticket clients, my ascending clients, so on and so forth. So you're not looking to go viral. Instead, you're looking to attract the right dream clients with the type of lingo and messaging that you have. And throwing rocks at other competitors is also one of the ways that you can do this. All right? The third one is what I call the value-packed VSL. Value-packed VSL is pretty similar to the one that you're watching right now. This is just me giving you the blueprint of what I do believe from trial and error and from all of the successes that we've seen on what would work to give you the type of outcome that you've clicked on this video for. And that is the value-packed VSL. Okay? So you would find yourself posting more. You would find yourself creating more. You would find yourself becoming smarter and smarter with what your dream clients audience are really looking into. And sooner or later, even with a few hundred subscribers or a few hundred views, you're gonna find your business really growing slowly and growing in a very, very exponential way. Because what you're doing is you're attracting people, they're watching your stuff, but they're ending up watching more and more and more and more of your content that is completely dialed in specific to those specific dream clients. So they're gonna end up in your DMs. They're gonna end up wanting to know what's your pitch, what's your offer, whatever the case might be. Okay? So once you create all of the attention VSLs, nurturing VSLs, whatever the case might be, we need to bring them into a lead capture system. A lead capture system personally is, I do believe, your Instagram. Socials are the future of websites. No longer people are interested in just going to landing pages and websites. It's turning people off more and more, because people are becoming more and more and more sophisticated when it comes to buying, like I spoke at the beginning, and they wish to just get to know the person you, and they wish to get to know your ideas a bit more. And socials like YouTube, Instagram, these really make these things like a very easy thing to do. So your lead capture is your Instagram. So once they opt into your Instagram, they follow you, whatever the case might be, you will be using what we call hand raisers. Hand raisers is like where you give if this is you, if this is X, which is your dream client, and you're looking to achieve Y, which is your dream outcome, then I have a few slots with which like you give the opportunity for them to work with you. You give them a free training, you give them a lead magnet, whatever the case might be, and you would put it in your posts. You would put those ideas of yours into your posts, into your stories, into your carousels, into whatever, and you direct all of the attention that you're getting here and in your lead capture, you direct them into what we call mini courses. Okay, now why did I choose mini courses? Why didn't I choose like a free training? Why didn't I choose a webinar, or why didn't I choose anything else? Well, the reason why I chose mini courses, because mini courses are, one, they take more depth out of your time, meaning they're going to be very, very helpful to your leads and to your prospects. And mini courses are the fastest way for you to over deliver. When somebody pays you, which by the way, the proven pricing is between $97 all the way to $297. I wouldn't recommend going above this, but a mini course would basically solve a main problem or a small problem out of your dream client's problems and present it in a very in-depth way, where they pay you, let's say, $97 or $200, and you simply you blow them out of the water. You blow them out of the water, and you create what we call a muscle memory within your customers, because you've turned a stranger now into a customer. And now that they are a customer and you've over delivered and your product is really good, now your reputation is higher, your product is really good, your clients are finding a lot of value, what ends up happening is they're gonna want to learn more. They maybe want that solution, but they're not satisfied with just getting it into like a course or whatever. They're not satisfied in just watching it and doing it on their own. So they may be interested in either getting more access, more support, or maybe more delivery when it comes, whatever that case may be for you. So what you do is you create a main converting video sales letter. And it's the same one that you will find below this video right now. The first link in the description, you'll literally find the main converting VSL from my own offer. The main converting VSL is made for people that have been checking my content or checking your content, and they're now interested to moving a bit closer into your world. People that are basically like very sold on your ideas, very sold on what you do, very sold on your process, on all, but they're now interested in learning more about your big thing or the main thing, because they've already been over delivered here. They've been enjoying the content and getting tons and tons of values, and they've been sold on your ideas, sold on you, sold on trusting you. So now they're in a position of going further. After watching the main converting VSL, personally, I don't really go with sales calls anymore. So I don't want to really recommend to anyone that is watching my content or my clients to really do any sales calls, because personally I cut them off. And I'll create another video next week on why I do believe sales calls are in the past, and simple docs are the future actually. So I haven't taken a single sales call in the last 4 months, and I'm still closing clients like clockwork. I'm still converting and ascending clients like clockwork, and yeah, leave a like if you want me to go through in a bit more details around that. But just convert them and direct them into one simple CTA, call to action. For me, it's just an inbound DM, whatever the case might be, like a specific word. And then you just have a small conversation, like a small appointment, like not appointment, a small, let's say, discovery conversation, where you have to do the conversation yourself. And maybe down the line, you can get an appointment setter, but he's not really going to appointment set. He's just going to close clients for you. And all you have to do is like get to understand their pain points, their problems, what got them into this point. Because if they're already in your DMs, then they're just one step closer into becoming a client. And maybe they just need a little bit more of a clarity on the offer. And that's what the inner circle offer, it really comes into play. So what is the inner circle? The inner circle is basically a high ticket one-on-one offer. If you follow the cozy model and what I teach, the inner circle is basically where you sell high ticket for access to your one-on-one coaching. Basically, it's a win-win for you and a win-win for the client, because they end up getting a lot of access to you. They get a lot of really good results, and you get to create and sell higher ticket, but at the same time, for people that are dream clients and they appreciate having access further to you, right? And then you agree to the offer terms and the pricing, and you simply sell them the inner circle price at 5 to 10K, but stretched out, not upfront, stretched out into weekly pricing or monthly pricing or semester pricing, like whatever the case you want to go with. But personally, if you want to learn more about the cozy model or all, I would recommend you watch the first video in the description. And if you feel like you are in a position to really learn the cozy model and the foundation of the cozy model and how to take your business to whatever it is you're right now to 20K in recurring revenue, I do have a mini course below. I'll share the link. You can just click on it, and I can assure you, you will not regret that. Trust me, because I've put everything that I know into it. If you do have any questions, you can always connect with me on Instagram. I'll also leave that below. Other than that, just try to create an opinion, make an opinion within your content. What makes content work other than the content that doesn't work is, one, you have to be authentic. You have to just be yourself. Don't try to be like a copycat of someone else. And create something, not only is it valuable, but something that you can call yours, because you want to have a voice. You don't want to be like just an echo of someone else. It's not going to work in the long term. But this, in my opinion, would be the best process, that if you wish to really go about not having a big audience but still making really decent, amazing money, and let's say a cash flow lifestyle business, and at the same time you wouldn't be in a position to spend on ads. But if you are in a position to spend on ads, maybe slightly, and get insane return on investments, then I definitely suggest either the main video below or the mini course. Other than that, see you next week.